So I actually ran into my old friend that I just met, TJ, and TJ is gonna give us a fun fact about the White House because she's way smarter than me.
All right. So back in Prohibition time, people used to hide their booze in the White House.
Are you serious?
White House bushes. The idea is like, who's actually going to think to look there?
Yeah.
It came out in a story, and people were like, well, if we can't even afford Prohibition at the White House, how do you think we're going to enforce this in the whole country? So
it's true.
It's a good place. Always hide things in plain sight.
Yep. Closest to the biggest government official in the United States.
Who's going to look there?
Nobody.
Exactly.
Nobody. Thank you so much,
No
TJ.
problem. Have a good day.
Awesome. Thank you. Hey guys, Tyler here with Tarver Academy, and guess what? I just found this house. It's an Airbnb. Just kidding. It's a White House. You can tell because it's white. It's the only White House. That's not true. There's a lot of White Houses, but they call it the White House. So I'm gonna take. Let me flip it around and let you look. And you're thinking to yourself, Tyler, why don't you go way up there where all those people are so you can see it closer? Well, it's because I've got my Jordans on, and I don't want to mess them up. I mean, they're not like expensive, but I don't want to like mess them up because like. I like them. I like you guys, but I'm gonna ride this little scoot around, see if I get closer. How are y'all? Hi. Warning, never vlog and ride a scoot. And I call them scoots because I like it. Trees. What's up? White House. Wow. Can you get closer on the other side? Yeah. That other side that I was really far away from, that's the side you usually see in movies where they like drive up and drop off the president. I'm going to the other side because I can get a little closer. Traffic is trashing, am I right? And I'm sorry for the headphone. I'm not listening to like Drake, of course not, because you know, Canadian rapper. I'm listening to Chance the Rapper. American. Okay, now we are on Pennsylvania Avenue, and you're thinking, I've heard of 1600 Pennsylvania. That's because it's the White House address. We're close. We're close, guys. We are. We're close. Goodbye, little buddy. He'll be okay without me. Hey, there you go. It's the White House. Kidding, it's not the White House. Come on now, guys. There's the real White House. We made it, guys. Thanks for coming on this journey with us. Some fun facts about the White House. Did you know that it's got 6 floors on it, 132 rooms, and 35 bathrooms? That's convenient. I enjoy a good place to use the restroom. They just did a recent appraisal on this property because it's just so huge. I mean, it's legit huge. It looks small because I'm really far away because I didn't ask a congressman to let me come in, but it got appraised at $400 million. That's more than I have in cashier's checks. Fun fact, this was actually, another fun fact, they're all fun facts, right? The architect for this was not American, not born in America. He actually was a Philadelphia architect, well I say Philly, he was an Irish architect who started his career in Philly in 1765. And he designed this mug. True American fashion was not designed by an American. Well, the early American, older American stuff. There just wasn't a whole lot there, you know? Not a whole lot of people born in America. Immigrant country, right? White House, construction, barrier, White House. So fun, sorry, I keep saying fun fact. Another, you know, they would, the what? Another fun fact. Say fun fact? No, he left. Okay, thanks bro. So, it actually did not always have the name, the White House. It was called the Executive Residence until 1901. And then your boy Teddy Roosevelt decided, we need to give it a name. So he called it the White House. He didn't call it that, he called it the White House, but that's what they changed the name to. So George Washington was the president, the first president. He was the one who chose the site, commissioned it, and approved of the architecture for it. And he actually left office in 1797. Now, he died in 1799. It was completed in 1800. So John Adams was actually the first president to live in here. And every single president has lived in this at some point, except for George Washington, the one who actually made the whole thing happen. So, thanks America. Hi. So you're thinking to yourself, well, the president makes a decent amount of money. He's like 6 figures, right? To run the entire country. But the problem is they have to pay for almost everything that they do. They have to pay for all the meals, they have to pay for any events, and then like the wages of people at those events. They even have to pay for their transportation. And so a lot of times what presidents will do is when they leave office, they're in debt. Bill Clinton, he was between like, what, 2.5 million and 10 million in debt when he left office. I think he's doing fine now, but at the time, it does cost a pretty penny to be president, especially if you go 8 years. So. Yeah. They should just use like Bite Squad or something. Not sponsored by Bite Squad. So the lights in the White House ran for almost a century off of gas lights. The first electric lighting wasn't put in until 1891. That's almost 100 years after it was built, like 90 something. President Benjamin Harrison was actually the first president living there, and it was all kind of new, so he actually was afraid because he thought he might get shocked by turning on a light switch. So his solution, never turned one on. The dark room when President Ben Harrison comes in, not because he's bad, because I just told you, you know why. Now, the White House isn't without bad things that happened in it. So 2 presidents have died in that building. You got William Henry Harrison and Zachary Taylor have both died in there, and 3 first ladies have passed away in there. Total of 10 people have died in that building. Also, you're thinking, well, are there any ghosts in there, Tyler? I'm glad you asked. You didn't, I did. Since 1903, they've said they've heard the ghost of Abraham Lincoln in there, 16th president. You've heard of him, it's pretty great. This is the White House. That's a pole. As you can tell, I'm in the Oval Office. I'm kidding, that's a tree. Oval Office is somewhere in there. A lot of people are like, oh, why is it oval? Well, it was actually inspired by President George Washington, even though he never lived there. It was inspired by him because he had at his home in Philadelphia a circular area where people could gather and meet and have like hangouts, formal receptions. Well, it's not used for formal receptions now, usually. It's used for like, you know, the office of the president. It was inspired by GW. You might vaguely remember from some YouTube video you saw once or like a middle school history class that the White House burned down. So it's like, is that the original? It's actually not the original you're looking at in the distance, very bright and shiny. So bright and shiny, remember that, Moana? Okay. Oh, so moisture. It actually burned down in 1814 by a British invasion. It was rebuilt 3 years later by the same dude that built the first one. So this is like White House 2.0. A lot of people don't know that. It's true. Y'all know that? It's crazy. It's crazy. They had no idea. I just taught them something. In 1948, it actually started falling apart a little bit. Hey, I'm sorry, I wasn't repeating you, I promise. Yeah, you're saying better stuff than me. I'm just saying the watered down version. I'm sorry. In 1948, it started falling apart a little bit. It's because during, the Great Depression, Roosevelt couldn't afford the repairs on it. And so when Truman was out there, he actually went out on the balcony. Oh, bright, goodness gracious. Whenever he went out on the balcony, there were like boards cracking and everything. It was super dangerous. Super dangerous. That's not a thing people say. They started fixing it up. It was 1948. That was like 70 years ago. Wow. So there's actually a secret entrance to the White House. It comes out on H Street and there's like 2 tunnels involved. So we're gonna go through there. You ready? It's right under, that's not it. I'm just kidding. That's a fence for construction. So that's pretty much all I got. It's really, it's a big bunch of people wanted to come see it, so it must be a pretty important house. So thank you guys for tuning in. There's been fun facts about the White House. I'm Tyler with Tarver Academy. If you could, yeah, that's what's up. So if you could, please subscribe. It's getting louder out here. Y'all be good, stay sweet.